The sweeper system and to the men who made it work for him against Norwich on Saturday. Jan Molby is the free man at the back. John Barnes is the free man up front. It's an arrangement designed to make the best use of the best talents at the new manager's disposal. Souness says Ian Rush is the best goal scorer around, period. Rush has given Chester, Juventus 299 reasons why another goal tonight would be his 300th in club football. Neither of Crystal Palace's first-choice centre-backs are here to stop him. Eric Young is injured, Andy Thorne suspended. So 20-year-old Gareth Southgate makes his league debut. There's a full debut in midfield for 19-year-old Simon Osborne too. Ian Wright is the only recognised striker in the starting lineup. In charge of matters, referee Kieran Barrett. 1 point for Liverpool tonight qualifies them for the UEFA Cup. 12 points for Liverpool from their remaining 4 games, and who knows, they could still qualify for the European Cup. The Champions competition was the only one Graham Souness played in. Played it in every one of his 7 seasons as a Liverpool player. So he's not about to start settling for second best as Liverpool manager. First touch for Nigel Martyn, who's lost his place in the England squad to Nigel Spink in the last week. Solarco trying to turn the ball on, away by Gary Ablett. Both teams are operating with the sweeper system. Gary Ablett, one of 3 Liverpool central defenders, and Crystal Palace, rather surprisingly, have Eddie McGoldrick acting as a sweeper at the other end of the field. Ablett's clearance, Jeff Thomas playing in midfield. Alan Pardew looking for Paul Bodin. Steve Coppell's latest signing. £550,000 from Swindon Town. He'll be playing for Wales next week. Ablett. McGoldrick sweeping up at the back. He's nominally a right winger, but brand new role in very trying circumstances for Crystal Palace tonight. Even more trying if they attempt any such hazardous back passes. Beardsley was alert to it, but so too was Nigel Martyn. Staunton ushering Gary Ablett forward. Goal kick. Gary Ablett, who hasn't scored for Liverpool for 4 years now, scored on his home debut for the club against Nottingham Forest, and we've just passed the 4th anniversary of that occasion without further addition to his tally. Osborne. Nice run by Osborne, linking up with Bodin. Solarco's in there, might fall for Ian Wright. Off balance, but it was a chance. Liverpool undone by the alertness and the willingness of John Solarco to cause the problems on the near post from Bodin's cross. He was in front of Grobbelaar, who was unsighted and couldn't hold it, but Wright just couldn't quite steady himself. Liverpool score within 5 minutes of Graham Souness's return to touchline management on Saturday, and he's starting down on the bench tonight. Solarco. White. Caught by Steve Nicol. Your free kick to Crystal Palace. He's such a lithe athlete, Ian Wright, genuine pace, elusive with it. Bodin will take the free kick, which Wright has won. Short to Osborne. Here's McGoldrick. Well, it was ambitious, but Bruce Grobbelaar wasn't taking any chances with it. Liverpool goalkeeper had a good view of Eddie McGoldrick's shot, but backpedaling slightly, he was just a yard or 2 off his line. He just decided to help it over rather than attempt to catch it. McGoldrick winning a corner kick for Crystal Palace. Southgate and Shaw on the near post. Solarco looking for them. It's Southgate's flick. Thomas trying to force it on, away by Nicol. Solarco again. Ray Houghton across their covering. Salaka's got it back, and here's Humphrey. Good challenge by Barnes. Forced away by Houghton. Ian Rush. Morby. David Burrows. Squeezed across in for Barnes. Tackle was cleaned by McGoldrick. Won the ball. Jan Morby. Rush, onside. Beaten Martin to it. Knee support. Houghton's waiting, so too Bowden. Well, Nigel Martin was committed there for a moment, and Paul Bowden, his fullback, had to help him out of trouble. Rushed so quickly in to whip the ball away from the goalkeeper and square it. And all that resulting from Jan Morby's willingness to get forward. Here's Steve Nicol. Blocked by Bowden again. Brought away by McGoldrick, only as far as Staunton. In towards Gary Gillespie, who's still forward. This wouldn't drop for him. Pardew's clearance. And Liverpool are turning up the heat down at the Kop end. It's the stiffest examination for Crystal Palace so far. Beardsley. It's all hands to the pumps at the moment. Ian Wright making the tackle. Gary Ablett. In towards Gillespie. Might fall for Ian Rush. Oh. Good challenge by Southgate. Just wouldn't quite come down quickly enough for Rush. And Southgate managed to make the last-ditch challenge. Just bouncing up beyond waist height, and Southgate did so well. Beardsley's corner. Just looped a little bit too much for Barnes at the near post, and Martin is able to calm things down a little bit. But Ian Rush so close then to that 300 milestone that he's chasing tonight. Beating Martin to the ball and very nearly setting up Houghton and Nicol in support. Bowden to the rescue. Gary Gillespie. It's all opening up for him. And for Ian Rush, Martin stayed at home. Timed it well, though, the goalkeeper. Just wondered there for a moment whether Nigel Martin shouldn't have been off his line quicker to smother Ian Rush, but he did exactly the right thing. Staunton. Gillespie forward. Innocently across the face of Martin's goal. But Rush was so quickly onto that through ball. And just for a moment you wondered when Martin was going to come, but he stayed where he was, remained a big target, and timed the slide well. Barnes, Houghton, Burrows on the run, and he's got Humphrey struggling a little bit here. Cross maybe a wee bit too early for Beardsley. Away by Richard Shaw. And David Burrows committed his man there. Just unlocked the trap for a second. Ablett. Rush let it run for Beardsley. On again. Ian Rush! Oh, the counter! What a goal by Ian Rush! And what a moment for him. His 300th goal in club football. It's one of the best that he scored for a long, long time. What a superb strike. A little exchange of passes with Peter Beardsley. And he dropped so invitingly for Ian Rush. And he slammed it into the corner. Nigel Martin never had an earthly. He didn't get within a mile of it. And Ian Rush's 300th club goal comes in his 533rd club game. And if that sounds a bit of a mouthful, that's about 4 every 7 matches. What a rate. Gary Gillespie. Beardsley. Nicol. Gillespie's forward again. Beardsley. Cleared by Osborne. Given away by Beardsley, right flicking onto Solarco, won back by Gary Ablett. Gary Gillespie's just offside, but I would think that Graham Souness would like this half to go on for a while yet. They're playing stoppage time at the end of the first half, and Liverpool have really got the bit between their teeth in the 4 minutes since Ian Rush gave them the lead. And the half-time team talk may be a little more sobering than it was going to be. There's been no better passer in the red shirt of Liverpool, and Liverpool have turned in a good passing performance for him. The vital-headed pass from Peter Beardsley fell kindly for Ian Rush to smash in his 25th goal of the season and give Liverpool the lead 4 minutes before half-time and keep up the pressure on Arsenal in this absorbing title race. The half-time score, Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 0.
Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your taste. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Thinking about your taste.
I hear you looking.
We're thinking about it. We're listening. You're in.
I'll think about it.
You can't beat the feeling.
The restaurant bill caused frustration. I couldn't pay for my crustacean, but flexible is so digestible. Does you does or does you don't take access? Does you does or does you don't take access?
8 million outlets worldwide does. Does you does?
If you were to prepare your own tandoori fried rice, you'd need some rather special ingredients, like cayenne pepper, ground turmeric, and cardamom, and something to carry them home in. Fortunately, bachelors have managed to combine the whole exotic caboodle, and you'll probably find the packs a little easier to maneuver in the high street. Bachelor's Special Fried Rice.
You already know you don't need muscles to use Mr. Muscle Non-Smear Window Cleaner. Now we'll prove Mr. Muscle No Rinse Bathroom Cleaner is just as tough. Mr. Muscle loves the jobs you hate.
The new Esso Collection catalogue is out now with more choice, more quality gifts. View it at a forecourt near you.
Enter Asda's free mortgage prize draw and you could get Asda to pay your mortgage for a month, for a year, or even pay it off completely.
Crystal Palace have never won on this ground. They haven't even managed a goal in their last 4 league visits. Liverpool's home record, the cornerstone on which Anfield title seasons are traditionally built. Just one home defeat last season, one in 88, none in 86. That's the standard. But in the last couple of months alone, Arsenal and Queen's Park Rangers have won here. 10 home points dropped since the turn of the year. It just could prove the difference. Gillespie. Nicol onside now. And Palace a bit stretched here. And Rush is waiting in the middle, but not there. Pull behind Ian Rush, and Pardew is able to get it clear. Thomas. Ablett. Thomas again. Finding right. Good ball for Salako. Offside. Flag came a wee bit late. Free kick was quickly taken. Ray Houghton. Beardsley. Nicol. Barnes. 2-0. John Barnes frees himself of the shackles of his marker to head a second goal for Liverpool. Captain's cross from Steve Nicol. And John Barnes defeated both the offside trap and the night-long attentions of Alan Pardew to head his 18th goal of the season. Crystal Palace have marked up so tightly, but they let Barnes go there. The flag stayed down and Barnes made no mistake. 10 minutes of the second half gone, and John Barnes makes it 2-0 for Liverpool. That's 4 goals in his last 3 matches. And Palace really have got to commit themselves now. The substitutions being made, and young Simon Osborne's night comes to an end, and the far more experienced Gary Thompson replaces him. And that's company for Ian Wright up front. David Burrows swung in towards Ian Rush this time, but this time there is an offside flag. Ian Rush just asking for the service that he requires. It was a swinging cross, but didn't come quite early enough for Rush, who was offside. Pardew has given up his marking job on Barnes. And they're just giving an extra man now to the attacking effort. And Liverpool will hope to cash in on the spaces that will leave. David Burrows. John Barnes. Cleverly done for Houghton. Rush just pulled away to his right. Houghton just delayed it. Instead picked out Beardsley. Here's Rush. And now Houghton. Pinball into passing. Rush again. Beyond Barnes, beyond Martin, who just got a touch to it and diverted it away from Burrows. And Liverpool had to make do with the corner. But they were opening doors all over the place there with their passing. Steve Nicol. Ian Rush is just offside. But it's a Liverpool team that's already starting to carry the Graham Souness stamp. They really knocked it around beautifully then. Gillespie. Salako first to it. Hanger for Gary Thompson. Robillard couldn't quite gather it at the first attempt. He may just have carried it outside the penalty area at the second. Referee standing and watching, happy for play to continue. And Liverpool have Barnes and Ablett to spare to dig themselves out of a bit of a trench. And here they come on the break with Houghton. And here is Barnes again. Ray Houghton dancing his way back into the path of Barnes. And the driven cross of Southgate away for the corner kick. Liverpool, after a little lull in their performance, suddenly moving through the gears very quickly again. Ray Houghton setting up Barnes. They'd only needed a touch, and the touch came from the Crystal Palace man. Beardsley. Headed away by Shaw. Ablett. Beardsley again. Staunton. Ablett. Ian Rush. Staunton. Nicol is the furthest forward at the moment. Here's Ian Rush, just offside. Reminding us he can finish by scooping the ball over Martin into the goal. But that is not number 301. Collymore. Crystal Palace throw. McGoldrick. Rush quick to the ball. Oh, and McGoldrick was tripped by his own player, Southgate, there, and Staunton now taking advantage. He's got Peter Pearcey in oceans of space to his right. Pearcey with a chance. Good save by Nigel Martin. And he denied Liverpool the corner. Liverpool were a bit fortunate to get that chance because Eddie McGoldrick was fouled by his own player and Staunton was suddenly clear. But Beardsley couldn't take advantage. John Barnes. Steve Nicol. Ray Houghton popping up from a hole in the ground, and McGoldrick has run the ball to his own net, and Liverpool lead by 3-0. Ray Houghton with that pop-up run made it possible, but Eddie McGoldrick, who's had a great night really for Crystal Palace, could do nothing but turn the ball into his own goal. Just 3 minutes left to play, and there goes Houghton down the centre of the field. And that's what embarrassed Crystal Palace, and McGoldrick stretching got the final touch past his own goalkeeper, and he just couldn't get back there to salvage it. But it's been a very smooth and authoritative Liverpool performance. Crystal Palace have come a long, long way since the early throes of last season when they were routed here. They're not quite far enough yet. Peter Beardsley. Barnes. Beardsley again. Now they're going to finish with a flourish. Ian Rush. Not if Nigel Martin has anything to do with it. Smart save, but a very, very smart attack. Here's Collymore. Mulvey against Wright, which is a bit of a mismatch for pace, but young Mulvey just got there and got a kick in the bargain. Liverpool's next game is at Chelsea a week on Saturday. Then they face the 2 cup finalists, Forest away and Spurs at home. It's an inviting run-in. Offside. In the words of the song, their title dreams have been tossed and blown once or twice this year, and creating chances deep into this game. Nigel Martin denying Ian Rush. That's the final whistle. Liverpool turn up the title heat another notch. Graham Souness notches the second win of his first week in charge of the Anfield title charge. Ian Rush scores his 300th club goal, the best of the night. John Barnes made it 2 with his head before Eddie McGoldrick's own goal sealed it. Another 11 days will pass before Championship hostilities are now renewed. Time enough for Arsenal to feel the pressure of this result. Liverpool 3, Crystal Palace 0.